got a chip on my shoulder, I ain't never said please drop that, took 3. Hot summer spot G, close up, Shaheen, blood splat, my jean, cross track, side B. Do or die, you and me, sweat folks at the street. Nothing sweet, done, clean, dirt, gun, yo scene. Dribble rock, killer hard, free throw, free team, free game, free squad, my bro on the beat. Got a chip on my shoulder. Pick up the load, drop off the work, I'm hitting my quota. I'm like a magician, now you can't see me. To the record with June, that was on real. Got a badass bitch in a 223 with the 4x4 to the tank on E. Got a brand new plug and a price on P. Got a badass bitch in a 223 with the 4x4 to the tank on E. Got a brand new plug and a price on P. Yeah. 6 times, 10 times me. I keep my heart on my sleeve. I keep a Glocky on me. All of my niggas say cuz I'm from the Bay, but I'm affiliated.
Always the light-skinned girls.
You MVP. Keep Claressa Shields' name out your motherfucking mouth. Oil. Y'all suck.
Risky, tips, all my niggas for 60s. We're gonna have to lay you down. So what happens when a nigga get chipped?
Send it up, I can send it up, I can send it. I can send it up, I can send it up.
Check, we broadcasting, ain't nobody ask, we splashing. Beats that had boom, now we moving massive. Breaking you down in the bass, spitting acid. I'm back in my zone, the top gun of the Maverick. Like used elastics, bro, it's really not a stretch. These dudes is plastic, yo, they really not a threat. Looking chilly on the neck and out of pocket, I'm locked in. Presidential rollie, bust it down and give it drop kicks. Now let me pop off, make it look easy. I come through like, give me one reason that I can shut them down, switch up the season, freeze them, flash the cash and I'm cheesing. Lay it all down cause there's no slowing up.
I can send it up, I can send it up, I can send it.
Make way when we all rolling up.
I can send it up, I can send it up, I can send it.
Straight to top of the tops now. We take that, make more, it's a lock now. Lay it all down cause there's no slowing up.
I can send it up, I can send it up, I can send it.
Straight paper, no scissors, you get rocked. Big boulders get broke down from chip shots. Whole world in my hand, close my palm and stamp. Truck moving down the block like a chrome avalanche. Damn, I'm gliding in again, find it again. Flow tighter than a crime syndicate. Watch me shake up every time I wake up. K, getting raked up, sundown to wake up. Now let me pop off, make it look easy. I come through like, give me one reason that I can shut them down, switch up the season, freeze them, flash the cash and I'm cheesing. Lay it all down cause there's no slowing up.
I can send it up, I can send it up, I can send it.
Make way when we all rolling up.
I can send it up, I can send it up, I can send it.
Straight to top of the tops now. We take that, make more, it's a lock now. Lay it all down cause there's no slowing up.
I can send it up, I can send it up, I can send it. I can send it. I can send it up, I can send it up, I can send it.
We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live, Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. It's time to just admit Claressa Shields is a hater. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. I've seen enough. Let's just admit and call it what it is. Now, Claressa Shields does this weird thing where it's kind of like good cop, bad cop, but it's all her. Like normally in the movies, you see one actor will play the bad cop, one person will play the good cop, and then they'll go into a situation, interrogate somebody, one guy being the bad cop, one guy being the good cop. With Claressa Shields, it's her by herself playing both roles. Very passive aggressive. Now, what am I talking about? We must all decide to keep it real, Claressa Shields, the bully, she's just a nasty person, right? And what I mean by good cop, bad cop, she posts stuff like this. When somebody else happiness, she can't even form complete sentences that are grammatically correct. When somebody else happiness and smile make you sad or mad, you are a hater. Cause why would me being happy trigger your old washed up right? Whoever this is to, right? Then she says, I've been dealing with jealous mother effers since I was a kid. What are you talking about? How have you been dealing with jealous people when you're literally on tape saying you used to get bullied? So you got bullied for your looks and because you couldn't talk or whatever. They were jealous of you, so they wish they couldn't talk or look like you. What are you talking about? She goes on to say, this is not nothing new to me. Only difference is young Claressa would have bloodied so many of y'all lips and swole your jaw. I'm 31 now, so I laugh at most the hating-ish. Most. I see or hear. I say this with my B-cup breast. What is wrong with her? Like, why do we need to know your bra cup size? Super weird. I can't none of you woes whoop me, and ain't gonna say nothing to my face ever. And again, she does these like random photo shoots where I think she feels pretty or looks like a baddie in her brain, and then you'll never see the end of those particular pictures. Abnormal behavior. Like, there's actual models, right? Winnie Harlow's of the world, Giselle's, Heidi Klum's, right? People who actually have done modeling, have a contract or whatever. Sometimes they do a photo shoot, maybe never post it. Sometimes they post it once and never look back, and they'll never repurpose those photos. When Claressa get quote unquote dolled up, you'll never see the end of those pictures. Trust me. Like, remember that little photo shoot in the tank top, the white tank top, the wife bee tank top that she did for Papoose' daughter's lip gloss? It was like a year and a half later, and she still be posting that like it's fresh, like it's fresh content. How sad. But back to Claressa being a hater and posting all these old photos and stuff. Let's keep it going. And I always say it, Claressa is the most unbothered person ever. What I mean is, she keeps telling you, oh, these girls can't rock with me. I'm the best. I'm the GOAT. They can't deal with me. I look better than them. It's always the light skins. All this stuff she's saying, right? All these different things. God don't like ugly. Definitely don't bless it. Some person said they mad because they don't understand how you still being blessed after they lied on you, plotted against you, recruited a whole team to see you fail. What is this girl talking about? The reality is Claressa Shields has definitely caused all of what she's up against right now, right? There's never been anybody else who's the culprit. LOL, I thought winning had people mad. Baby, this TKO got the haters furious. Do you see what I'm saying? She's bringing this on herself. Nobody care about the little funky TKO against a person you were expected to beat 30-1 odds. Like, you the only one bigging it up. We over the fight. You fought Miss Doubtfire. Hello. You fought the crocodile hunter daughter, daughter Irwin or whoever that was from Australia. She didn't look good. She looked robotic. And then now you got beef and smoke with other people. And remember, I called this from the beginning, bully behavior. This girl is a bully. She tries to bully people. Notice she can't say a comment without adding in like the hint of a threat, right? She'd be like, oh, I'll be laughing at the haters when they lie on me and talk about me. The old Claressa would have, I would have busted your lip. I would have swole you up and broke your jaw. If you're unbothered, why even say that? You're in one way. That's what I'm saying. Psychologically, I believe, I'm not a psychologist, but in my brain, I believe there's something wrong here. All right. You have the mentality of like a woman child, like adult frame, but the mind of a child. Right. Because in one stanza, you're like, haha, I just laugh at the haters. I'm not bothered at all. It don't bother me. But then you make sure to include a petty threat about what the old you would have done. I would have swole you up and broke your jaw and broke your arms and whooped you up and put you in the hospital. But then you're trying to show maturation and make it sound like you've evolved and that you're mature. You see, what I said earlier, good cop, bad cop, it don't make sense. Which person are you, right? Because if you really evolved and you're like, man, I got something to lose, why are you constantly putting your hands on people or threatening it, right? You're like, I'm 31 now. I'm different. The old me would have did this. That's cap, because the current 31-year-old you touched Alicia Baumgartner. So how is that not cap? This is what I'm talking about. Your girl be out here lying. Now, there's a couple, because she got more beef than Prime 50 Cent. Hey, something special, man. I let my watch talk for me, my whip talk for me. Bam. Right? You got more beef than Prime G-Unit. I teach you how to stump. My wrist stay rocked and my TV pop in the Maybach bin. Right? You think you King Vaughn or whatever is going on in your mind, right? A couple of the people, Chris Cyborg, Serrano, and Rolly, just think about it. They all fought pretty much a week after you. Serrano on Friday, Rolly and Cyborg. Think about what I'm about to say to you. That's 3 completely separate people. 2 are lifetime boxers, and then 1 is an MMA girl. What is the likelihood that one person, Claressa Shields, has beef with 3 completely separate people, right? Chris Cyborg, Serrano, Rolly, they're all completely different. It's not like, oh, that's my cousin, my sister, we're best of friends. They're all separate entities, yet she's beefing with all of them concurrently. It goes to show you who and what the problem is, because she's the common denominator. Then you add, she's going in on fans, multiple fans, and going to their page and calling them ugly and body shaming them. Then you add miscellaneous people, like if you look in the last month, Miss Shanika, because on the Young Jock podcast, Miss Shanika had a certain question. Then you add, she was mad at Ray J because of what he said about he's the real main event. And then Ray J came back and used his one wish that Claressa wouldn't be mad. As a matter of fact, there was a one who said, I love you first. It was about 8 years ago. Don't act like you don't know. Send it home in your mama living room. Right? Then Ray J came back like he was in the Get Out movie and had a lobotomy and like, oh, Claressa Shields is the best female boxer of all time. She is pound for pound. My fight is not bigger. I would have never said my fight was bigger than the GOAT's fight. I didn't mean that. What I said before, I was just joking. Maybe I said it wrong. Claressa Shields is the GOAT. Greatest of all. Like, and he just came back talking way different than before. Right? Beefing with Joe Budden, Joey. And the thing is, a lot of Miss Shanika, she wasn't just like negative the whole time. even the question she asked, that was a real question. She wasn't like hating on you. She's like, how long you going to accept being with somebody else's husband? Joe Budden, go watch. I made a whole video about it. I'm not going to keep replaying every clip in every video because then there'll be no reason to watch my last video. So you guys got to subscribe and do the work. But in the Joe Budden video, I played the clip and Joe was like, Claressa's a real fighter. This ain't really dedicated to her, but me as a casual boxing fan, I need certain things to be present so I know what's going on. And it halfway seemed like a real boxing event, but on the other hand, it seemed a bit sketch, right? He was like, there are aspects of it where it showed Atlanta's homeless population. It was looking like Skid Row, and people that didn't look like they belonged there were up in there. I told you I seen kids there. I never see kids. All the fights on the cover, I never really seen a bunch of little kids like it's a dang McDonald's play place. Running, Bebe's kid running around chasing each other. There were dogs in there, right? So she got mad because Blue Tongues were at her fight and Joe Budden has a big platform and called it out. So she's like, shut up, you clown. Bro, this girl is dangerous. Papoose looks like a fool. Pap and Joe Budden were both on Love and Hip Hop. They're both Love and Hip Hop like alumni, right? So imagine you having a mouthy girl and then people that you have been cool with. Budden has a whole podcast and literally there's been ample time where he could have went in on Claressa Shields because she was calling radio shows pretending to be someone else and it was her. And Joe Budden kept it cool out of respect, probably for Claressa, but also from being cool with Pap and Remy. They said it on their podcast that he's good with Rem, he's good with Pap. So they've refrained from having like harsh stance on that whole scenario. So Joey, if you really, push the button, he could really go off and then like be all right, let me tell you about yourself. But he didn't even do that. And then this girl's flipping the lid. That's what I'm saying. Like I said at the beginning of the video, when y'all gonna just admit this girl is the problem? Claressa Shields, that is. How are you beefing with everybody? How? No other female, no other person in sports is as problematic as Claressa Shields. She beefing with bloggers. She's beefing with fans. She's beefing with people interviewing her. She's beefing with people on her card. She's beefing with ex-friends. She's beefing with family members. She's beefing with podcasters like Budden, right? She's beefing with rappers like Maserati Bud and 50 Cent. She's beefing with female rappers, Remy Ma, right? And the wife of her current girl, who he has a kid with. She beefing with female boxers, Serrano, Shadesha at a point, Alicia Baumgardner, while copying a lot of these girls. Franchon Cruz beefing with male boxers, Keith Thurman, Rolly, Jake Paul, right? The dude she said after he knocked her down, she had to pull a blade out, even though she looked like Wesley and Blade. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he cheated. He stacked his glove. Why would he have to stack his glove? And you was in the sparring talking about, that's all you got? Making them little noises. Making them little, they was in there making them noises. Feminine women gestures and noises. You was in there making them noises like Mike Tyson said. That's all you got? And then he's like, all right, let me show you what I got. Booyah! And cracked your legs was in the air like a baby ready to have their diaper changed. Then you said he cheated. No proof. So again, I ask you, how long Claressa gonna get away with this stuff? How come me as a full-time content creator, if I said it and I meant it, I gotta support where I'm coming from. If I say she's a hater, I gotta do what I'm doing in this video and show you, right? She says bloggers are being paid by some alleged entity. No proof. Who's paying the blogger? Oh, it's a paid hate campaign. Spell campaign. You smart. You graduated 3.0 from high school with honors. Yeah. Spell campaign. Yo, Guoke getting cooked. The problem is her. And all the enablers, the few, Guoke stands left, y'all making it worse for her because you're not holding her accountable. So she thinks what she's doing is okay and acceptable, right? It's unnatural for a person to have this many beefs. There has to be something to that. And then people be like, man, I don't understand the hate for Claressa Shields. Either you don't know what's going on, which means you should shut the up. Because if you don't know the story, then why are you opening your mouth on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram with an opinion, right? If you don't know enough about the situation. That's the problem with the internet. You got people who will opine and put their 2 cents in, but they're not even educated on the subject matter to even have a detailed opinion, meaning you should probably sit this one out, right? Or there's a section of people who are just fanatical. The root word of fan comes from the word fanatical, and they're just radical, and then they think because she's a good fighter, she can do no wrong because she's a good athlete. And or in that same group, people that are close to her, that know her, that are on her team, they're like, man, y'all hating, false narratives. It's all lies. It never affected her. But these people can't save you because the proof is in the pudding. The bloggers and the YouTubers and the TikTokers who keep constantly bringing up what you are doing wrong, they are winning. They are cooking you. And the numbers show. There's nobody that, and we could go line for line, bar from bar, paycheck for paycheck, if y'all really want to do that. But I repeat, there's no one that's making the opposite content of me, like which would be extreme. Claressa did nothing wrong. This is unfettered hate. We'll say pro Claressa content on YouTube that's making more than me with their content. The people who are doing good and doing great numbers, they have similar, if not identical, outlooks, and Claressa is the problem. So everybody she thinks she's the algorithm. You ain't the algorithm. People resisting against what you're doing is the algorithm, not you. And that's what she don't understand. She'll be in for a rude awakening. Watch this space, right? Like a guy like Gervonta Davis, he's the algorithm, right? He could get his hair braided, it goes viral. I seen a picture of Gervonta like this or something, and they're like, he's in the gang, he's throwing up gang signs or whatever because he did something like that. Bro, they're making people making content, getting viewership, talking about Tank throwing up gang signs. Tank got his hair braided. Tank tattoo. All of that is just news. All of that is trending, let alone when he fights in the crowd and the people in the crowd. Like, it's just what it is. Claressa going viral for stupidity, for a minstrel show, for being with a married man. Nothing really that you would want from your daughter. Think about what I'm saying. Think! If you had a daughter old enough to date, would you want her to be revered like Claressa Shields? And that's how I know a lot of the people caping for Claressa, y'all fake too. They're fake because if you had a daughter that was Claressa's age, would you want her to act like Claressa Shields? Would you want her to be regarded in the public like Claressa Shields? Be honest, right? So all the stupid stuff Claressa Shields does or says, right? You would want that for your daughter. Being with a married man who ain't have a divorce on file, no divorce decree, you would want that for your daughter. And then the crowd and the public saying, hey, your daughter's a fool. This guy's taking advantage of her. She bleeding money, hemorrhaging money on account of a dude. She hurting her career. You would want that for your daughter, right? That's why the bloggers who are keeping it real with Claressa are doing such a bang up job, so much better because it's detailed. They're giving you receipts, timestamps, dates, playing the clip, showing you the audio, letting you hear it yourself. about what is the problem. The people who are trying to defend her, they're just like, man, a bunch of y'all hating on Claressa Shields. It's just a bunch of hate. Black woman. Yeah, black. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, blickety, blickety, black, y'all. You know what I mean? That's it. There's no real meat to it, no real substance to it. Ain't a bunch of receipts like, hey, this person been hating on her because of X, Y, and Z. It ain't that. It's just like, y'all hating because she a black woman and successful athlete. Yeah. So y'all be the judge. The people cooking Claressa, the content is way more detailed, right? So back on Claressa being a hater. Cyborg and Serrano both lost. This is what somebody random said. Both gifted BS decision wins. Cyborg almost got knocked out in round 2, but definitely lost more. Claressa says, I only seen one highlight of Chris, but dang, shaking my head. You were supposed to be in Canada with Papoose. How did you have time to watch Chris Cyborg? And you're like, oh, I only seen one highlight of Cyborg. Then why even respond to it? And how did you find this random person's post, right? This guy got 1,100 followers. You just randomly seen it. Then she put good night, like trying to be funny, I believe. Look, that's what one of the things she said about Cyborg. Why was Rolly face so surprised? Great hooks though, strong dude, good night, beautiful night of boxing. Look, scorecards, Teofimo beat Rolly. The judges better not pull no BS tonight. Teo won the fight clearly, which again, there's multiple people who don't believe that Teofimo looked great or won. I told you, I think I have a full breakdown. What really happened? I think it should have been a draw. I don't think Teo lifted that belt from him for real. Look, congrats Teo in the new. Here's another one. Look at Chris Cyborg getting punched up, right? You're supposed to be, I just won. You posted highlights of allegedly Chris Cyborg getting punched up. I didn't watch her fight, so I don't know what happened. Look, LOL, Superman punched by Teo. I'm dead. This is why he on his bike. It hurts. Look, and then like the Rolly beef is fabricated. Rolly ain't never really did nothing wrong to you. You the one that started bringing up Rolly saying you would whoop him. Look, before the fight even happened, Rolly losing tonight. Skills pay the bills, mother effers. Coach giving Rolly the losing pep talk. Hey, man, you want to go to the Hall of Fame? Not with this performance. Come on. Look, Teo, 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 I'm with the crowd. Chant that ish. I need Teo Sr. to So she's actively on social media like a loser, doing what she always does, and rooting against somebody that she created a beef with. Rolly don't like getting hit to the body. He bouncing around. And then she want to be a content creator. The body work by Teo is nasty. He got to keep digging to weaken Rolly. So, look, they need help with the pay-per-view buys because that was crazy, right? She all in. And look, this is a boxing reporter that works with DAZN, the platform Claressa fights on. She said, LOL, Chris Mannix, you must want me to glove up with you. So now she threatening the DAZN reporter. Bro, pack her up. Now she's threatening the DAZN reporter. You must want me to glove up with you. I don't know why I'm being mentioned tonight. You're not even supposed to be worried about the broadcast. I thought you was going on vacation with Pap. Sound like Rolly need me to help him sell a pay-per-view. Ain't nobody KOing me either. Or neither. Rolly ain't no pound for pound nothing. Respect my skills. DAZN boxing, y'all so messy. Again, projection. DAZN's messy, but you're not. You're literally doing what you did to everybody else. This girl is a miserable person. I don't care how good the athlete is. She comes across as a miserable person. Shadaisha Green loses. Oh my God, Shadaisha, you got knocked out. And then Papoose laughing on the phone. She getting carted away on a stretcher. And this is what you did. Keith Thurman loses the Fundora And you're like, oh my gosh, Keith, one time you getting hit. Oh, you black and blue, boy. This is how she acts. Amanda Serrano has a tough fight. I ain't watch it, right? She was like, oh, Amanda Serrano, this is what you get. You know what I mean? It's like, you really worried about other people. Look, Claressa being nice, the sneak dissing Amanda been doing, this is light. She ain't worth it because I ain't no hater. She got roughed up last night, but I'm not going to kick her while she's down. Live to fight another day. This girl is nutso, bro. I keep telling y'all these numbers, blah, blah, blah. See what happens when you start hanging. She said, I'm not going to kick a person while they're down, but this is a Amanda Serrano diss. See what happens when you start hanging with losers. That ish is contagious. I've seen Champ lose and still look better than she did. I ain't saying nothing tonight. Y'all watched the same fight I did. So how are you saying that you're not going to say nothing and then right after you actually say something? Then you take shots at Amanda Serrano, right? And then you said, I'm not going to kick a person while she's down. And then Rolly loses, Keith Thurman loses. You try to rip them because you fabricated a beef with them. Cyborg and Serrano win in tough fights, apparently. I didn't watch them, but in tough fights, apparently. And then you're like, nah, y'all really lost. Alicia Baumgardner, her fight on ESPN was 3-minute rounds with the Asian chick, right? She won the fight, and then Shadesha lost. You laugh at Shadesha, who got carted out on a gurney. And then even though Baumgardner won 3-minute rounds, you're like, oh, both of y'all look like trash. You MVP chicks, y'all suck. Y'all suck. Y'all making me drink this wine because y'all suck. Don't ever mention my name again, blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? So it's proof that even if you win, if it was a tough fight, she going to try to roast you and be bitter about it and make fun of you about it. If you lose, she's definitely going to kick you when you're down. You know what I mean? It's just like you got too much going on. You got too much beef. Again, to recap, Joe Budden. This clown did not even watch the fight. Blah, blah, blah. She calling Joe Budden a clown, and he wasn't even violating you like that, right? He wasn't. So you and then you got the nerve to say DAZN is messy. Look, it's always some old ad man or woman speaking on me. Again, check out my Joe Budden video. Joe Budden is younger than your boyfriend, Papoose, who still is married and ain't divorced. So it's funny she likes to call Layla Ali old. Layla's the same age as Papoose. She's insinuating that Joe Budden is old, but he's a couple years younger than your boyfriend. So you told on yourself. So you keep saying, oh, these people are so old. These old ladies be hating, and then be people the age of your boyfriend. But again, Claressa Shields be like, I ain't no hater. I'm not no hater. You the top hater. You the top hater. And then DAZN mentions you, as I just went over. They'll mention you and, you know, bring your name up. You're like, why are you mentioning me, threatening the DAZN reporter? You must want to glove up with me, da-da-da-da. Why'd you bring my name up? But it was you on Ring Magazine's show that brought up Rolly. So why can't DAZN have Rolly fighting and bring up the conversation sparked by what you said on Ring Magazine about how you would beat a man and beat Rolly? And you went on Shannon Sharp with Ocho Cinco and Unk, and you talked about beating up men, right? This girl is brain dead, in my opinion, because she feels I can bring you up freely as much as I want. No problem. But the moment my name is mentioned and it ain't my event, then you the problem. You a bad guy. How does that work? You literally, when you had that blue ribbon in your hair, you said, MVP, build your own fighters without mentioning the GOAT. Don't mention me to build your fighters. How about that? Don't mention my name no more, no more. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, right? after your fight where people had blue tongues and apparently looked homeless, right, in the crowd, but you sold out, even though the number keep changing. They said it was 16K, then they said it was 17K, right? I got a video coming soon, hint, hint, right? Subscribe, hype this video up. Cash App, Zelle, donations accepted, link below. We gonna keep grinding, keep working. I'm hitting y'all with the truth. That underground truth. You said, mention me for clout, MVP, build your own fighters without saying the GOAT's name, etc., etc. But then after your fight that nobody wanted to see and requested, I guess, K. Scott, you're like, and in the buildup, you're like, Tam Tebow, yeah, MVP, lift the band so I can whoop y'all girl. This girl is like, I don't know, they really should scan her brain. You told MVP, stop building your fights and your fighters mentioning me. But then your fight week and after the fight, you're mentioning MVP and saying, MVP, lift the band, lift it off and remove it so I could whoop an MVP fighter. You're going to their events and then touching Bumgarner because you don't like something she said about your married man a year ago. That's why you got banned. And then after you get banned, you're like, ban who? I ain't banned. Who banned? Who banned? Who banned? I ain't banned. I didn't want to be there anyway. Why'd you go? Why did you and Papoose go and y'all filming the Ronda Rousey event, but you didn't want to be there? Oh, look at Netflix. Oh, tagging everybody, tagging MVP. Nikisa said y'all talked on the phone and it was all cool. Then your dumb behavior gets you banned and you say, I didn't want to be there. And then you rant talking about cease and desist and lawsuits and suing Bum. How you going to sue Bumgarner? You the one that touched her. How you going to sue Jake Paul and Nikisa and be like, they lying? What did they lie about? You touched their fighter. It's on tape. They banned you. There's no lie there. Then you said, y'all clout chasing me, build your own fighters. But then you was begging MVP to lift the ban so you could fight one of their fighters. This girl is down bad. And it's about time more and more people start announcing what it really is. You the hater, Claressa Shields. Huh, Rissa? It is you. That's why you have so many independent beefs. Alicia Bumgarner don't got this many beefs with other people. Amanda Serrano don't. Layla Ali don't. Jada the Boxer don't. Shalita don't. You're calling security at a family funeral for your own cousin? How many of us have went to funerals and nobody needed security for a family funeral, but you do, right? Nigeria on your block where your house got foreclosed, your great granny house that was tethered to your name at a point, and she dissing you. There's a reason for this. And Claressa currently is surviving based on athletic prowess because she's a good fighter, and that's all she has going. But if she were to lose, it would literally be catastrophic for her. So she better hope she just win for the rest of her career, which maybe she does at this rate with the people she's fighting. But we got to just admit, Claressa is a hater. Live streaming can be tough, which is why I use StreamYard. Click the link in the description for StreamYard, which is an awesome tool that enables you to set up your stream with ease of use. Get great results with live streaming. It's what I use. Stream to social media with ease with StreamYard. Live streaming is here to stay. Engage with your audience using StreamYard. Great way to reach out to your audience and connect. So you need a tool that can do that. If you're new to YouTube and you're struggling to get views, one tool I can provide to you is TubeBuddy. I've been on YouTube over 10 years. I use TubeBuddy daily to crank out videos just like this one that you're watching. Learn how the pros do it with TubeBuddy. YouTube receives a lot of traffic, which also means a lot of creators, a lot of people putting out content. So you need to learn the ropes so you know how to separate yourself, especially if you're new But even if you're a pro, use TubeBuddy. The link is in the description. Get more views, more subscribers, and a higher click-through rate, so ultimately you can realize all of your online goals. Use my affiliate link in the description and grow your channel fast.